So I have a package delivered. I don't even have any idea what it is, but we'll see. Might be something good. I'm curious. Is one of those things that you see them all the time where you think you're getting something, oops, like this big or this big, and this is what you get. So it's for random review number 4. I'm gonna go ahead, we'll open it. This is weird, feels odd. Coming out of the package. All right. So this one actually looked like it was about this big, much bigger. But I feel like it would be a lot easier to manipulate at this size. Okay, and this one it looked like it was about this size. So the name is PTTANG. PTTANG. And this is what they look like. They're somewhat opaque and also susceptible to shadow. I mean, you can see my hand through it. Okay. Wow. So if you are curious, these are not professional drawing rulers online. They are sold as a hemming tool that you can actually iron on top of. They claim they won't melt. So we're gonna see. If it's acrylic or any type of plastic, it's definitely going to melt. I saw a photo in the description of this item. There was a person who was using this curve right here with these dash lines to hem a circle skirt by pressing fabric up and then moving it and pressing fabric up and moving it until she had gone all the way around. I'm looking for the inch. Okay, so from here to here it is marked at 1 inch. But that is, there's the 1, but that is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the bigger lines right here. So I would have to count because they're not marked on here. And I'm not sewing so that I will have to use this type of math in order to, you know, create something. That's not why I'm doing it. And I see on here the same situation. I'm going to go ahead and open this as well. It does say PTTANG Professional Drawing Ruler. It's closed up with one of these hang tags that has been stapled all the way through to the back. And then this is like a opaque back with a clear front. Okay. And that's really the only marking on here. I don't see any other identifying. It feels like it's made from the same material. And this has these rounded corners that are marked with 2R, 4R, 3R, and this is straight. I'm trying to find a common measurement with these red lines. Looks like right here maybe. Nope. Not even close. Is that 45? Okay. Yeah. So this right here is 45 degrees. This one is possibly it's also 45 degrees. So the black on this edge is 45 and the red on this is 45. And somebody who draws is probably, you know, well aware of what they're looking at. As far as I'm concerned, I would have to mark, because these are not inches, they are, let's see, I'm trying to, it's just a little difficult to see in the context of what I'm looking at. What I would need to do if I wanted to use this, other than just this curve, which I think that would be very helpful, but there is a snag right there that could be a fabric destroyer. I'd have to like file that down. Is I could just make my own marks on here. In fact, I could take, you know, some cardstock paper and mark out the appropriate inch marks to fold my fabric up and press. So, but that's the next, that is the next step. I go ahead and get the iron hot and find a piece of fabric. So with an aliso, if you have the, I think it's called iTouch, yeah. If you have that on your aliso like I do, there's an on-off switch. It lifts up off of the surface. It'll still get warm under there, but it's not going to sit there and scorch. These strange things, because I didn't want to ruin my fabric. Alright, so here is the one that was in the smaller package and had the hang tag right here. And I'm going to fold about 2 inches over. And I'm using this press mat as my 2-inch mark, since this doesn't mean anything to me. These red cross markings and these small little tiny graph paper squares, they don't mean anything. But I am, and it has just melted and warped all over the place. So what I'm going to do is, well, I'll pull it up. I'll see if I can pull it up on my phone and show you what it actually says. So this is what I ordered right here from Amazon, and it says hot ironing measuring ruler fabric, heat resistant ruler, DIY dry or steam ironing patchwork control, ruler supplies, measure, handmade tools for clothing making. Okay, so there it is right there. And I think you can see that it warped almost immediately when I applied the iron. Now, I am going to turn the steam all the way off, and I'm going to use a dry iron. Okay, I'm just not going to hit the steam. Okay. And I can tell that it also has warped. I don't know if you can see. I think you can. It's very much warped. So these are not, what did they say they were? Hot ironing, measuring ruler, fabric heat resistant ruler, etc., etc., etc. So I will keep these. You know I'm not going to throw them away. You can actually use these to fold paper, which is kind of nice. This was $9.99. Okay, so the Clover Hot Hammer, which is completely different looking in design. You know, it's got all these angles. I don't see any, well, there's a little bit of a curve right there on the Hot Hammer. Right here. You can kind of see it better in the blown up picture. It's $14.99, which, I mean, that's not a bad price, but I thought, well, wow, a twofer for $9.99, and it came in within, 2 days on Prime. I didn't have to pay for shipping, which I thought was kind of cool. And that's actually the only good thing about this whole entire process, because I still don't have a hot hammer, even though this was advertised as such. So it will get 0 dandelions from me. This is not a sewing device. It isn't even marked in such a way that you could use it effectively for sewing. And I hope that you enjoyed this random review. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up here. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. We would love to have you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.